TENET! Yeah, well, here we are today, back with another movie review. Finally, a new movie coming out this year. It's safe to say that anticipation had been building majorly, not just because it's another Christopher Nolan film, but because of COVID, everything has been holding off cinema, and finally, our wishes have been granted. Tenet is released. I feel like 2 weeks ago, this movie wasn't even set to come out.
Yeah.
And then just out of nowhere, they're,
announced.
by the way, it's coming out next week.
Yeah, advanced screening. First in the world, by the way.
Yeah, no one actually saw it before us, so don't even think you did.
Nobody else was in the cinema with us. We were the first in the entire world to see this movie.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't actually know what's happening with it, because in America, it seems like it's...
They're just operating as
I think
usual.
it's still delayed, though, isn't it?
Who knows? That country's upside down.
Anyway, it doesn't matter because we've finally seen Tenet. Maybe my most anticipated film of the year. There wasn't a whole bunch of movies coming out this year.
Yeah, this town for me was probably number one.
Yeah, no one else in the world is gonna know what that movie is. But yeah, if you want, we'll get to our fucking thoughts. So Tenet was, as with a lot of Nolan movies, the trailers, it doesn't really show anything at all.
Yeah.
So you kind of just have to see for yourself when you actually go to the movie what it's all about and everything. So yeah. Basically knew nothing going in. It seemed like a kind of time travel movie with shit going backwards and forwards at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we're going to try and keep this as spoiler free as we can, just because I feel like not many people will have seen that movie yet. So yeah, it stars John David Washington, son of Denzel, who is literally just the clone, the spitting image, voice the same.
Yeah.
And
it gets a bit weird sometimes.
Him as a leading man, though, I feel like he has potential to be a really great and well-known actor in the future.
Yeah, I feel like he really did. His performance in this movie was great.
Yeah. Obviously we'd seen him in Black Klansman. He was really good in that, and it seems like this could be the start of
something new.
Yeah. But he was really good as well. Also, we had Robert Pattinson in the cast.
Always great.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
And I think this will be one of the first showings for him that people will really be the casual audience anyway will be like, okay, he's not just Twilight.
Yeah, he's not fucking Edward.
Because he has been doing a lot of independent movies that have been really great since Twilight, but I feel like not many people have seen those, but this is the first on a commercial level where he gets to showcase, he's not some emo bitch vampire.
Yeah.
Even though he is Cedric to me.
Yeah, I mean, his performance was good as well.
Just the acting all across the board was good.
Was
you wouldn't expect any less. I mean, Nolan's not going to cast someone who's shit at acting. Even Harry Styles in Dunkirk was, great, and he's not even an actor. Nolan knows what he's doing. He doesn't fuck up really in any department. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, everything you'd come to expect about a Nolan movie that is great was great about this movie. The direction, the way it's shot. Yeah, cinematography, the score and everything.
Yeah, I love the score in this movie.
So good, honestly. Just with every Nolan movie, I'm sure it was Zimmer doing the score, wasn't it? It must have been. We'll fact check it right now.
Just don't stop that voice recording.
No, I won't. But yeah, the score for this movie, with every Nolan movie, is absolutely great. I'm assuming it was fucking...
It added to it so much as well, some of the scenes. Obviously we can't really spoil them, but there's some, key scenes where... to me, the sound just gave it that much more.
Oh, it wasn't Zimmer. It was Ludwig Göransson. This guy's mean as well. Yeah, he won the Academy Award for Best Original Score for Black Panther. But yeah, he's kind of a young up-and-comer guy. But
Kendrick Lamar for Black Panther.
Yeah, he's produced a lot of actual albums and stuff, though. He produced a bunch of shit for Gambino. But yeah, he's actually mean. And yeah, it was kind of Zimmer-esque, though. So... a similar style to what Nolan has for a lot of his other movies, but yeah, worked really well and elevated a lot of the tension and excitement for each scene, particularly the action scenes, which the action scenes in this movie, easily, I thought, the best part of the movie.
Yeah, for sure. And, the kind of, I was going to say mystique behind them, but so that I don't even know how you can go about it without spoiling it, but this movie...
Well, if you've seen the trailer, you've seen...
Yeah, there's some backwards...
portions of the action scenes where it's kind of back and forwards at the same time, and that element of it was really entertaining to watch.
And confusing at the same time.
Yeah, it was also confusing. Similar to Inception, I thought this movie is going to take multiple viewings for you to fully understand everything that's happening. I knew myself, after watching it, I had a lot of questions, and
I still have questions.
I mean, I don't consider myself like a dumb viewer, but I do feel like for most people, this is going to take multiple viewings to fully understand and get the grasp of everything going on.
Yeah, it's something that requires discussion.
Which is good because like you don't just want a straightforward movie that you just forget about. Like even us, just after we saw the movie, we had lots of questions and we're trying to just go over it and figure it out ourselves. And so yeah, it's great from Noel. I don't even know how he comes up with these ideas for movies, to be honest.
Like what goes through your mind to actually come up? Like once you see the movie, you'll realize kind of what we're talking about with the ideas behind it all and like the mechanics of how everything in this movie universe kind of works. Like it's just it's weird.
It does kind of. One thing I didn't really like so much about the movie was particularly during the first half, it did require kind of a lot of exposition and people having a lot of conversations to kind of get the plot going, and where John David Washington just going from location to location talking to all these people.
Yeah, very jumpy.
And it did kind of just take, it felt a bit too long to get to, like, not that I only need action in the movie, but it did feel like it was dragging in portions. Really just in the first half, like from the second half on, I loved it.
I feel like that was because the second half they kind of jumped back to the first half.
The second half they implement more of like
what's happened so far.
The fucking time travel-esque shit. As opposed to the first half, they're kind of just setting up a lot, like what he has to do, what he's getting done, and everything.
Like the first half is the explanation, and the second half is the execution.
Yeah, that's how I'd perfectly describe it. So yeah, second half was great. The action scenes were phenomenal. You really got to be paying attention throughout this whole movie to know what's going on. But yeah, I overall really did enjoy this movie.
Probably one of my favourite movies that's come out so far this year.
What,
of
like 3 movies.
But like it was really good. One of the favourite movies I've seen this year.
I don't know if I'd have it high on the Nolan filmography though. Like I still feel like I like the Dark Knight movies and Inception more than this. Like I think people thought going in it was kind of be like a similar-ish movie to Inception, but
I'd have to go back and rewatch Inception.
That's the thing. Like this is only after our first viewing, even with Tenet. Like, I think we'll probably have more.
And, like, our kind of criticisms, not criticisms, but our points of confusion were how it kind of worked. And with a second viewing, you would be able to go back and understand it a lot more.
Yeah.
But overall, I thought I'd give it like an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd say similar to that as well. I don't have, like, too much to say about it because you really just have to go and see for yourself. It's like it's not something you can really spoil.
Yeah, like it'd be too hard to describe.
Like there's not really main plot points you can spoil, but yeah, it's just like to describe it all. You just have to go and see for yourself, and then you'll understand. But yeah, all the shit involving like the time travel, all those scenes were absolutely phenomenal, and had me just fucking. It was just awesome. Like it was actually Nolan's really just stepped up his game with action. I think with like his past few films. Like, I thought...
Proven himself as one of the world's best.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's already done that and everyone kind of just sees him as a god.
solidified himself at the top.
But yeah, it keeps making interesting movies that are always original. Like, yeah, how does he come up with these ideas? We don't know. He's on something. That...
Michael Caine's retirement.
Yeah, Michael Caine was in this movie and... I can't
even remember what the main chick's name was.
Maybe his last role. Was it like...
It was Kat, but I can't remember the actress's name.
Maybe? Oh, Elizabeth Debicki? Is that it? I don't know. She was really good as well. Yeah. Credit to all the actors. Kenneth Branagh plays the... I don't know if... Was it in the trailer? I don't know. But anyway, he plays like a key role to the movie, and I thought he probably gave like the best performance in the movie, to be fair, I thought.
And the combination of his... I think we're talking about the same person. The combination of his like performance with the score, I felt the kind of like when he was getting like frustrated and the score was raising. It
really gave a lot of intensity to the scenes and made him seem like just off the edge. Yeah. Which he was.
He was mental.
But yeah, what else is there to say?
Not much.
Anything really?
No.
Yeah, go see Tenet. I will definitely recommend seeing it. Maybe not be for everyone if you just need a straightforward movie that tells you everything you need to know, but I think...
If you want to think about stuff at night, go watch this movie.
I feel like if most people go into a Nolan movie, expect to have their brains, like, fucked.
Yeah.
And here you will. And so, yeah, finally, Tenet is here. we could say we enjoyed it. Basically, I did really enjoy most of the movie. It was just kind of the first half that I thought dragged on a little long with the setup and everything. There were some good action scenes kind of like sprinkled in there, but that really picked up at the end. All the acting across the board, great, and everything. I think it's hard because like with Nolan movies, it's like, yeah, you're saying like the same shit's great about every single one. So if you've
Yeah.
talked about heaps of his movies, like you don't really expect anything less. But yeah, Tenet, great. Finally seen it. Finally a new movie in 2020. Go see it yourself and tell us what you think in the comments below.
Yeah.
Cheer.
I've been Poppet Rattinson.
I've been Sean Bean.
And we'll catch you on the flip side.
Sweet as.
Pa-pa-pa-pa-pa.
Also, Travis Scott's theme song for the movie fucking bangs. It's such a weird combination though, him and Nolan, but yeah, fucking it goes hard.